thought the screen was frozen. Didn't you?
Nobody thought that. You're weird. All right. Hold on. Can you not growl right now?
That's our producer.
That's our producer has some problems.
She's got issues today.
She does.
Do I look good with them on or off? Oh wait, I look good on anything.
Do you hear this? Not you. That. They're so chaotic.
They were so quiet before we went live.
Exactly. And I can't find me on the computer. Now we're playing with toys. So. Oh, the dogs are amazing. It says I'm live. There I am. Okay. All right.
How come you're so much taller than me?
Because my chair is higher. Is that better? Good morning. All right. Talk to them. I need to do something really quick.
I'm saying hi to everybody. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, you have to do that really quick.
What are you doing? You messed it all up.
I didn't mess anything up.
So this is your
up
first
right
time
there.
doing YouTube?
It is.
Am I getting paid for this hour?
Do you need to sit next to me on YouTube for an hour and get paid? I guess
should.
so.
I've taken over the shipping department and the template department.
So you deserve an hour of paid YouTube time? Shelly said, don't slouch. I think that auto-corrected. I think she meant don't slack.
Yeah, I am a slacker.
You're not.
I hope everybody who ordered over the last couple of weeks got their orders, because after I let them out the door, they're MIA.
They're in the Lord's hands.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here. That's why we're both here, because in case you didn't know, or I guess just wanted to say it officially and announce it, Eric is the new head of shipping, head of templates. So, what did you discover about me this week that I also discovered?
On a serious note,
that I'm not good at letting go.
Well, yeah. On a serious note, she actually, going back months ago, thinking probably about 3 years. And
Shelly said nepotism.
is that Jessica's been doing everything, and I just cut cork. I'm like a rock star. Come down, cut the cork, and then I go back up to the apartment. So the thing is that obviously getting thrown into the mix of shipping.
I did kind of force you.
Yeah, it was
kind of mean, but I guess we played the whole throw you in the pool and see if you can swim.
I like to be a little manhandled, so you got to throw me in and like take me and throw me around.
They don't need to know that much.
Well, yeah. But anyway, I think it was a good thing, because I like to shock and awe and everything. So me jumping into shipping and templates and everything else, and taking it over, my confidence went from 0 to 1,000. So I've basically mastered the shipping and template department, and reorganized some of the back orders and got them all ready to be shipped out when the back orders come in.
He's got baskets. He's got a label maker.
He
ordered a label maker.
Yeah, I've labeled all the cork racks and everything else, and it's very, very organized.
I feel kind of ashamed.
I
feel like, I'm sorry I left this mess, and then you had to do it. Shelly, if he does, you'll find me working at an ice cream stand. He cannot take over design. He's already infiltrated part of that with the cork, but I got to do the rest of it.
But me doing that has actually helped Jessica as she came back from her 2 shows. The first couple of days, she was, you got to wind down from the shows and everything.
Take some naps.
Yeah, take some naps and just get acclimated back to your environment. And the thing is when I'm down here, the day that she usually does orders, she's kind of like,
what do I do now?
What's going on? I have nothing to do. I was like, well, be creative. That's what you wanted to do. And she was kind of in like a little mopey mode, where it's like a little puppy doesn't know what to do.
Kind of. I felt like,
yeah,
should I be doing something else? And he's like, go away. Go do, the foundation of your business is built off of you being creative. Go do that. You don't need to do I don't want to say the menial work, but I mean, shipping orders is important, but he always says I'm too high up to do that, and I'm like, I'm not. It's my business.
You're like the
"Go."
pilot. The pilot doesn't need to
Right.
serve the drinks, So
Brittany, honestly, it just was like, I sat in here and I'm like, okay, so now what do I do? Like, and then I said to him, I'm going to stay downstairs for a little while. And they all went upstairs and I was like, so now what? Like, it was kind of weird. It was like being relieved of those duties was great, but it just took me a couple days. Now, like, I was down here till after 9 last night, just playing around with the new pattern. Like, I read him kind of the list of when the new pattern is released, they're also getting this. And he was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It just, yeah, it's going to be great.
Her time, I'm not saying her time was wasted, but
it
wasn't
but
well used, utilized.
Correct.
On doing that stuff.
Yes.
So the thing is, I stepped up to the plate, and now she is her creativeness, and she's doing, she's in the zone, as I say. She got a pattern written.
The whole pattern's done.
The whole pattern's done.
But I have a process, so it's not with the testers yet, but the goal is that they will have it by Monday. I kind of have a process on how I like to do things, to do all my double checking, because that's their job, but also I don't want to send them something that's like that they wasted their cork because it was so badly written or like the quantities were wrong. So he's the fulfillment and shipping manager. So we have to address something very important.
What?
My mom would like to know if you're better than her, and
she's faster.
She is faster.
But she don't cut templates. So I got that up on you.
She could if I showed her, but she probably wouldn't want to.
Yeah, but
I feel like she would really be into it.
As Jessica, not to talk about templates and all that stuff, but
I'll go for it.
But as the template orders are coming in, and I'm getting the order, and I'm doing time management. I'm like, if I got 3 little piles, I got orders with templates, orders with cork and templates, just cork orders, and I got all these piles, and I'm like, well, if I do things where I'm like, get the cork orders out first, because that's no time.
And it's the easier part.
It's the easier part. So then I go to the templates, and then I go through the templates, and then I go through the templates with cork, and I put the cork orders together. So then I just cut the templates all at one time using both glow forges, and time management was awesome. I don't know. I pat myself on the back for that.
No, you should, because even if you weren't here today, I wanted to praise you. He, while I was gone, has a stack of templates, not only for us to take to shows, but like he's been cutting like the ones that he sees that are more popular. So some of you ordered templates and he was like, I already have one cut. I already have one prepped. Yeah. So
if you got your template early,
if you got your template like 2 days after you ordered it, that's why. He is spoiling you, but I am not changing that information on the website only because
things happen.
Things happen, people get sick, things, whatever, but also there's going to be times where he's with me and he's not going to be able to do the templates. So, excuse me, there's going to be times in the fall, like where we're at 2 back-to-back shows. My mom might be here for one of them, but Eric won't be here doing the templates. So I'm not changing that information. So just figure that I like to undersell and over deliver. So if you think that like, oh man, it's going to be weeks before I get a template, you get it in 2 days, that is me underselling it. that's him over delivering.
Yeah, that's me over delivering. Yeah. So, but anyway, I mean,
it's been amazing.
Yeah.
And he's doing Cork Club today. So if you got your notification for May Cork Club, the shipping labels are done. I did that part because it was easier, because some of you have the same name as other people. And rather than me try to communicate all of that, I was like, it'll take me 5 minutes. I'll do the labels. But they've been done, and he's doing Cork Club, and he's even packing it and shipping it out. So I haven't touched an envelope since I got back, and I'm really okay with it. I'm really, really, really okay with it. So it's very exciting. But
I don't want to dwell on the shipping and
no, but can we?
But here's the thing:
tell them
I'm kicking butt.
You are. Can we tell them what we have to tell them that's going to happen on June 1st?
Oh yeah.
So I'm not going to say it's negative.
People are going to think this is my problem because I'm in the shipping department. It is my problem.
So just a little note, and it's on the website right now. And I don't want to say that it's a negative thing. It felt like it at first, but then I realized, and we've been talking about it, that it's not a negative thing. It's it's life. It's the way that it is. It's everything that's happening right now. And it's honestly the way everybody else is doing
Has nothing
business.
to do with tariffs.
It has nothing. No, we're not. Well, we're not getting into all that. That's not what we do here. But the bottom line is I have given you 11 years of free shipping. And in case you didn't know, it's only free to you. I still have to pay for it. I know. Sometimes I think that certain people, probably not you guys here, but sometimes I think people forget that. And so our new shipping manager and I have been talking. I'm going to let him take part of the blame for this because he's the one that, not blame, but he's the one that was like, we need to change something. So we're giving you ample warning, but we're also doing what we need to do starting June 1st. So in, what is it, like 3 weeks-ish? Starting June 1st, there will be a $6 shipping fee added to all orders under $50. It's the way that it is. It's going to be a flat rate. It's going to cover, you know, the envelopes that we have to buy, the shipping, all that kind of stuff. It was kind of, we went back and forth on what we wanted to do and how we wanted to, you know, handle that. And that was the decision that we made, just because it's the most fair for us and for you. Now, if Roxy, if you happen to place an order this morning and later this afternoon you place another order and you're like, hey, can you combine them? We're going to try our best. But I can't make you any promises, especially if Eric is shipping as fast as he has been. Sometimes he's like printing immediately.
And also add notes because if
add a note.
Because I like looking at them.
Well, but also add a note so that we know, and we're going to do our best. What I didn't want to happen with this was to be this whole, I didn't need a whole discussion on the world climate right now. I'm not doing it. But I also did not want this to be one of those things where now it's constant like, well, can you refund me? Well, I did this and I did that. Please just be fair because we are a small business. And my number one goal above literally anything else is to stay in business. That's the whole point. I want to be here. So just be thoughtful with your orders and just know that as of June 1st, there's going to be that fee. It's going to be just put on there. That is covering the cost of business. I feel that it's more than fair. I know that a lot of you feel that it's more than fair. I know that somebody won't, and I can't please everybody. I learned that a long time ago, and I stopped trying.
Well, let me give a little example.
Go right ahead.
You know, we love all the customers. We do the best we can. As I'm packing the orders, and normally if you got a SMC order, your cork was in
a single envelope.
A single envelope, a bubble wrap envelope, either priority U.S. mail or even a ground and the SMC colors. The thing is, because I used to work at the post office and everything else, is that not saying that, you know, if a trailer leaks or if something leaks on your the packages or something like that. So basically, what I've been doing is, it's a minor thing, is I've been basically double wrapping, putting your cork, your waterproof canvas, your hardware in a sealed bag inside the SMC envelope, padded envelope.
So now it's a double package.
So it's a double package. So there's a little bit, I think it's more cleaner. I think it's a little bit more professional. I think I made that decision as I was putting stuff together. As you open the package up, your cork is not right there. It's a bag inside of another bag. I just think that's a little bit easier or nicer because when I put them in the bag, it slides into that padded envelope a little bit better. Again, another example, and again, we love all our customers. We had a $12 order from Alaska. That order, being in rural Alaska, cost me $9.50 to ship it out. Now, that didn't pay for the envelope, didn't pay for the product. So we made $2.45 on that. So not saying that we don't mind doing that, because we take the goods with the bags. So,
well, and it was my decision.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. And it was just a decision to have free shipping. And, you know, a majority of our customers order over $50. And the thing is it's not to deter customers or nothing like that. But if you're thinking of projects, of like you know, I understand people don't have the finances of just, you know, spending hundreds of dollars. But if you're like thinking of a project like a week or 2 weeks out, you know, maybe get everything at the same time and then get the free shipping, because every time we ship something out, it costs us. I think the costs were anywhere between, I figured it out in my brain, anywhere between 15 to 22% of the product cost goes into shipping. So that's where that decision came up.
So,
and then we come up with the $6.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap it up, because of course this is just always going to be a hot topic where everybody has an opinion. And as much as I appreciate everybody's opinions, please just know that as a small business owner, I made the decisions I wanted to for the last 11 years, and I'll make the decisions that I want to for the next 11. I want to please the majority, but I can't please everybody. I understand that. And like Jennifer just made a great point. If the shipping is not what someone wants, come see me at a show. Looking at the schedule for the rest of this year and even next year, there's plenty of opportunities if you wanted to come. We have some room in our in-person retreat in October. We have lots of opportunities. And like Eric and I were talking, he was like, does this person charge for shipping? Does this person? And I was like, everybody does but me. It was something that I started really because I didn't have an answer. I was kind of put on the spot, which is my least favorite thing. And it was like, well, how much is this going to cost if you ship it to me? And I was like, nothing. Like, I didn't know how to answer the question. I'm a people pleaser at heart. So of course I despise knowing that anybody's upset with me in any way. It will eat at me. But I also am a business owner. And in order to be a business owner, we can't be a charity. So we made the decision. I felt like giving you some time just to kind of know that and to put it on the website now, I thought was the right thing to do. It felt better than just being like, let's just start it today. So Eric and I have gone back and forth pretty much since I went away. We've been kind of texting back and forth and talking. And sometimes you just need other perspective, because Eric has always been obviously not always part of my life. We're not related. He's not my brother.
By marriage.
He's been part of my life for 20 years. He's been with me longer than my business has. I've been in business for 14 years. For 14 years, which sounds crazy, but that is how long it has been. And so he's been there for the whole thing. And so I don't know that he always paid as much attention to it, because we're always doing tons of other things. He still has a job. You know, he had a business at one point. We were doing all sorts of other things. Now that he's kind of fully consumed in the So Many Creations world, which is a huge bonus for me and makes me so happy. And I'm so impressed by what you've been doing lately.
You're so lucky to have me.
I'm so lucky to have you, and I'm glad that you're here to tell me that. It's just, it's good to have that other perspective and to have the support and everything. And, he knew that I didn't want to do it. But he knew that we needed to. So we're gonna stop on that, and we're gonna move forward, because we have way more exciting things to talk about and to show you than that. So let's see here. Let me see if there's any questions.
Any negative actually, here's the other thing.
Oh, yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, you can actually, if anybody wants to email me, I have. Yeah, if you want to be mean,
if you want to be mean,
you can be mean to me. You can complain to me. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. And the thing is that if you are looking to get a hold of me, I have my own email.
Yes,
it's eric@somanycreationsny.com. Jessica, just like Jessica's.
Yep.
So if you want to email me, I will respond to you if you're looking for an order, if you're looking for any questions. And not to saying that Jessica won't. She's great at answering emails. But there's still things that you don't know that I know, because like you're not ordering the cork restock, so you can be like, right.
did you place that order? But if it's something very general that's asking about an order or about something that you don't need me to answer, he can answer it, or he can kind of filter it and get the answer from me, and I don't have to take the time to send an email. So
I have one more thing about shipping and everything, and then we can get off of this.
Shelly's going to send all her complaints to you.
That's
Please
right.
do. No, just kidding.
I'm actually, this is what
He's
happens.
actually really good at answering emails.
Because you people are so nice. And the thing is, I'm so used of dealing with so many bad, negative automotive people that are just
they're wound up about their vehicles, whether it's at Verizon or your own past.
It does two things. One, it gets my grammar better, because I have to punctuate. I have to do English stuff. I haven't done that in years.
I have to do English
stuff.
And then he turns into
Johnny,
Joey Buttafuoco.
Yeah.
Over here.
So the other thing is that I really, really do care about how our products come out. I am like at 110, 120% that I want you to get the best of everything. And don't get me wrong, we do make mistakes. We do stuff
human.
like that.
Still
and the
not
thing
robots.
is that I personally will make everything 100% right on either orders or anything that we mess up, or hopefully we keep them to a minimum. And I started talking about something. Oh, here's the other thing. On orders that are, just say, have back orders, I started doing this today. If your order is probably over a week or you have a back order, I am going to do at least once a week on a Saturday. If your order is more than 2 weeks old or a week old that we're working on and we have a back order, I will be sending emails out to say, hey, we haven't forgotten you. We're here. We haven't, because information is key to customer relations. So I've been sending out emails to the back orders that we have over the last since I think the April 27th. Yeah. So I want to make that clear that feel free to contact me at any time. And I want to, I'm in charge of all your orders. I'm going to make stuff happen. I'm a happen guy. I will make it happen. Whatever I need to do. I'm so excited.
You're very excited.
Yeah.
We have some
all
questions.
Right. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. We have some questions, and then I have some stuff to show you, and some comments. So, first of all, Zena, it's really funny because I was literally thinking about you last night as I was cutting something on the laser. I said to myself, you promised Zena and other people, but mostly you, that we would do the guitar strap pieces, the ones that you cut in chocolate brown cork. That needs to happen today. The listing will be made. So it's not that I forgot. I just haven't been here to do it. But now that Eric knows where all the files are because he's doing all that stuff. So we're doing the chocolate brown guitar strap kits. That is coming. It is coming for Zena, but also for everybody else. So that is number one. Number two, let me see here. So Shelly is gonna or Zena is gonna send fake complaints to you just for fun. So if you're like, this is weird that this woman complains every other day about things that don't pertain to her, that's why.
I think we're gonna hire Shelly for our HR department.
We might. So, Misty wants to know, and this is something I will answer. Is there any way to put a wish list or a favorites on the website? Like for you guys to keep track of that stuff? That is something with my host. That is not a me thing. So I'm still waiting for them to answer me back about a very simple email from yesterday. If I get an answer from them about the first thing I asked, I will find out they took that feature away. They were the ones that removed that. So if it's something I can put back, I will. I liked when there was an account feature so you could see what you ordered in the past. They eliminated that. That had nothing to do with me. So I will see what I can do. But unfortunately, I cannot make you promises.
You could send me an email. You can send me an email.
But it won't help because they have to answer us.
Right.
And that's the problem.
Like a wish list, that what people want.
Well, because I'm assuming maybe Misty also wants to like tell us what she wants, but I'm assuming also on the website to have that. I know that that's a feature on like Shopify, and I don't use Shopify. But if you want us to, like, if you want to tell us, because I have the list. Most of it's up here, but I do have a lot of it written down of all the things that you guys want. And speaking of that, since we kind of steered off into that, you've been asking for the EVL prints in smaller scale. We tried a few. One of them I really like. He really likes. One of them we're kind of on the fence about. So sometimes it doesn't work out.
Want me to get them?
No.
You sure?
Come on. Do you want to?
Yeah, go get it.
Oh, do you want me to go get them?
Everybody's asking for me at the show. You go do it. I'm kicking it up here. You know what I'm saying?
So there's never there's never a set. I just write notes and then we see how it goes. So we got 2 of the prints done so we could see them on a smaller scale. They are not on the restock order right now because we're still making decisions. But here's the roses. Of course, did I bring the original one? No, but you can see like how much smaller it is. So we rescaled this one. So we're thinking that we like this one, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is probably going to be like a summer release. This is the one, we'll let them decide.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what we think. So you guys wanted the Bite Me cork. this one. But here's the thing. I love the scale of it. I love the smaller scale. How problematic is that? It's very linear.
Linear, yeah.
So I'll just hold that there for a second so you can see. I love the scale. I don't love that. Now, if I was cutting, see if I put it here. If I was cutting that on a pattern, great. If I'm cutting a wider piece, is it going to bother me? Zena loves it.
The only thing about that, the only thing about this is that if you get a 9x27, depending on how I cut it, you could get like half a hand. You know, so if you're ordering something, you could get like here and half a hand and not have. So a bigger piece would be great. Then you could actually fussy cut something if you need to.
Right.
But
so,
yeah,
we're getting mixed reviews on it, which I think is kind of how we both feel too. So we'll see. We're deciding on that one. Unfortunately, sometimes making it smaller doesn't make it better. So we're just kind of playing around with that. So some people love it, some people don't. Excuse me. Karen wants to know, if I use your tab template on a bag for 1.5 inch hardware, do I need to adjust the middle for the hardware? Yes, because the middle part is made for 1 inch hardware. So if you, I think I have a tab somewhere, just so we're all on the same page. So one of these tabs, if this right here is cut for 1 inch, you see that? So if we put 1.5 inch hardware on there, could you? Yes, but it's going to wobble. Do we need these in 1.5? I don't know. That I might have to redesign it, but you could easily like kind of draw it and like shift it over and kind of connect it. It's hard with multiple sizes because I just don't want there to be any confusion, you know, but if there's things that you want, this is also a great time, since Eric is doing all this other stuff, for me to get SVG files done that people have been asking for, like these. And there was, the corners. So I am working on new SVG files. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff happening right now that you guys don't know because obviously you don't know what's happening in my brain. But thanks to Eric, I've been able to get a lot of stuff done this week in like a day or two because I had to realize that that's my new job. It's kind of weird. So I used to spend all day going to a 9-to-5 job that I didn't like, thinking about going home and creating patterns. Now I'm able to do that. I can't do it. How many days before she comes here for the in-person retreat?
Oh, nice.
Yes. So, all right. Is that a black and white polka dot cork behind you? No, it is not. Those are bows. Those are.
She talking about this one?
That one? No, she can't see that one. Oh. Those are bows.
Actually, she could. You could see it from your room.
Oh, well, this one is little bows. So, okay. So that was that. I wanted to just see what else I had for notes so that we make sure we don't forget anything. So we're doing those. I made a note. Oh, no, we don't need to tell them that. Okay. Excuse me. On the website right now, on the cork page, we have the scrap bags. I told you guys about those a few weeks ago. Eric put them together. I got busy. I left for back-to-back events. I forgot to upload them. So they are scrap bags, but they are like 1 to 3 inches or so in width by like the length of the cork.
Yeah,
so
50
to 54. So they're great for straps or for piecing together. I see a lot of you that are super creative, like Daj. You were the first person I thought of taking those and making them into like something cool and kind of patchworky. So if you missed out on scrap bags, or if you're good with getting smaller, I don't mean small scraps. I mean thinner but long. So stuff that you can still use, but just kind of be prepared for, not a chunk of cork, but like long, thin strips. So definitely some cool things to play with. We have some of those listed. Are the bows still available? If they are out of stock, I think they're still in stock right now. The black bows on cream. I'm pretty sure they're still in stock. It's something we'll always get back because it's a good print. And we have the bows on ballerina coming in. Those are a little bit bigger. They're double the size, which is still small, but they're double the size. So, all right. I feel like I missed something. Let me just, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't miss anything. Okay. So you want to help me show some things that I got? Or are you done with me?
Oh.
Okay. Well, hang out.
Yeah.
Hang out. Okay. So, April Cork Club, I didn't get a chance to like really show it to you because when I went live on YouTube from Summit, I had these next to me and I forgot. I did show them in a post on Facebook, but you might not have seen that if you're not on Facebook. So April Cork Club was, and we still have a couple of the discounted Cork Club extra packages. I know that some of you you found the loophole. So you wait until after you see the cork and then you buy it discounted, and I don't blame you. So we have it for the normal price on the website, but oops, there we go. We have, sorry. So we have the landmarks, which are really cute. So there's lots of fun little landmarks. We have the brown with gold, that nice chocolate brown with gold flecks. And then we have sea glass, which is one of my new favorite colors. And what I wanted to show you, because you might be looking and saying, isn't that aqua? And it is not. This is aqua. So you can see aqua is more like a blue where this has more green. And then this is the pastel green. Just so you can, that's better. So it's kind of like these two had a baby. And it's very, very soft. It's a really nice cork. So those are on the website, just so that you know what's there. May Cork Club is shipping, what do we think, tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Probably. So Eric's packing that up right now. So that'll go out tomorrow. So May Cork Club extras will be on the website in the next day or so. May, I'm very excited about. It's 3 new corks. Should we give them a hint? No.
Well, a couple of in-person retreat people got it.
Oh, well, yes, because they got a sneak preview because we got it in early, which never happens. Can we visit your shop? By appointment only. Yes, we are open. If you want to send an email, that one would go to me because I'm the one that makes those appointments. So if you want to send me an email, I can let you know and we can set something up. Absolutely. Okay, so I have been at 2 back-to-back events without Eric. My mom went with me and I got to spend some time with my friends and teach some classes and have a great time. And it was just really awesome. And I saw a couple of the ladies were already talking about Summit. So the first place that I went was to Belleville, Illinois, which is to Lauren Mormino's HQ. And we had a So Whatever Summit. So we kind of had one last year, but unfortunately it was a replacement event. So this year was like the first official. It has its own name. It's its own event. It's Lauren's, thing. So we went to Summit. I taught on Thursday before Summit opened. We did the Violet Barrel Bag, which is this one right here. I had some awesome helpers. I had Beth helping me in the classroom. I had Brenda and Bree who helped me prep all my kits. We had an amazing time. We had kind of a scattering. We had some finished bags, some just about finished bags, some just like really cool effects. And everybody always laughs when I tell them their bag is pretty because they're like, well, you picked out the cork. And I'm like, but actually you picked out the cork. They told me what they wanted and I put it together. So it was really cool just to see all of that. So I did post a lot of pictures from there. Tracy is one of the people I got to meet in person, and I loved Tracy came right up to me and she was like, I follow you on YouTube and I just want to say hi. And I was like, hi. And she was like, I'm Tracy. When she said her name, I was like, I know who you are. And I hugged her because that's what I do. And I love when you guys do that at events because I don't know what you look like. I don't see your face. I see your comments. So if you're like, oh, I'm so-and-so on, YouTube, I love that because then I know who you are. And now when I see you, I'm like, I know Tracy. I met her. I got a hug from her. And so it's really exciting for me. Several of you asked where Eric was. Shipping orders. I'm sorry. Yeah, to leave him behind.
I actually, I called a couple customers because I had some questions.
Yeah, and that stuff I don't do. We don't do
she
phones.
won't do that. I don't talk. I'll call him.
You can call me.
And then you can get my phone number. I don't care. It don't matter. But I had some questions.
You will.
Yeah, I had some questions on some orders, and you want to know what? The thing is, it worked out great. Now I got a couple besties.
Yeah, you do. Absolutely. So I bought some things at Summit, and I will show you in just a minute. But I just kind of wanted to tell you because I didn't buy anything when I was in Raleigh, except food. After Summit was over, my mom and I headed out on Sunday because I miscalculated how far it was to North Carolina. I thought it was a way quicker trip, and it was like 9 or 10 hours. So we left on Sunday, made it to Mount Juliet, Tennessee, which was a cute little town, good city, whatever you want to call it. And then we started heading to my sister's in Raleigh. Now, my sister is turning 26 this month, at the end of the month, but we were there in the beginning. So we celebrated her birthday, got to hang out with her dog, who I love. And then we just kind of like had like a chill couple of days, like Monday afternoon and Tuesday. We didn't have to do anything. It was really nice. We had a birthday lunch and did some shopping, but nothing crazy. And then we did the Raleigh show. And Anne and Judy were there and a whole bunch of other people. I mentioned them because they took my classes with me. And it was just so exciting to see people that I know, again, online or that I've met once in person. And then they came to class. I taught my first embroidery class, which I was super nervous about. I know I told you guys that. And I guess mostly, I'm not going to say I'm a control freak. No, I'm not, but I have a lot of anxiety. Eric, unfortunately, has to deal with that. I'm not controlling in that sense, but I like an outline. I like knowing what's structure in front of me. I like structure. When you just randomly throw me into something, it makes, he can deal with it. I can't. I'm just immediately like, and I shut down. So it sounded like a really great idea, but I was like, I don't embroider all the time. I haven't embroidered in a long time. I don't know that machine. I don't know how this is going to work. Who brings the thread? What do we do? Once you give me all the answers, I'm fine. And Joy, who is wonderful. She is the education person for OSQE. She and I talked on the phone a couple times, and then she kind of like gave me the whole outline of how it works. She was like, we have the thread, we pick the design. They have somebody that does the machines just like normal, which I knew that part. She was like, you're there for some guidance, but you're there for the end for making the bag. And it was such a wonderful, like positive experience that I was like, I want to do this again. Like, it was so cool. I got to I love behind the scenes stuff. And I don't know if I told you this. They have like this like kind of area where they have all the things for the machine rooms that the event brings. They have these bins. They're giant plastic bins with individual bags of thread, all labeled. It was so nice. They were all labeled and like color coded. And I got to go in and pick out whatever I wanted. And I was like, this just makes my anal side so like, I was like, this is amazing. This is so cool. So once we got that done, I'm like, oh, I can do this. I got it. And Joy made the samples for me. And so I've been making them into bags, but like, how cute. So this is the design that we did. And my guidance on this was just about placement. And then once they had this done,
show it up again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Too quick.
I'm sorry.
Here, give me one.
Well, because then I sit behind it and talk. So then once we had this going, we were playing with thread colors and like having all this fun, kind of swapping some stuff out.
And then everybody got their bags.
Everybody got their embroidered part done. The only people that didn't finish, one of them had a very strange machine issue, which got sorted out. So she kind of had to start over again. And then one other person she kind of wanted to finish at home. I think she wanted to do her top stitching on her own machine. Other than that, though, everybody just like had so much fun. And even though it was the same design and the same style bag, they were all so different. It was such a great experience that I was like, ooh, what else could we embroider? Like, what else could we work into a class? It was super, super fun. So I had a great time. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm excited to do it again. The next show for me is Dallas. I don't have my classes yet. Those should be releasing any day now, like literally any day, because it's supposed to be mid-May and it's the 9th. So I should have a class announcement for you, I hope within the next week or so.
And I'll be there.
And you'll be there, yes. So if you're coming to Dallas, I might be teaching more than I normally do. Eric will be in the booth and I will be there as much as I can because I never want to not be in the booth. I don't want to just be at a show and not be there because I know that it's exciting to meet you and talk to you and they want to talk to you.
For a little.
But also, I want to meet you guys and I want to talk to you. So I don't want you to be like, oh man, I came for this one day and she's not here. So I try to work it so that I can be in the booth for a few hours every day, if not a whole day. But I think I'm getting a before the show class like on Wednesday. and then we'll see how the rest of the days play out. So I will have information for you soon. Let me see here. Oh, Tracy said I was awesome at bingo. So yeah, so going back to Summit, we played bingo last year and it was fun. I actually participated last year. This year I didn't want to participate, not because I'm a sore loser, but because I'm a sore loser and I didn't win anything last year. So yeah, we're not allowed to play games as a family because we're all super competitive and sore losers. So I decided I don't want to play bingo. Maybe I'll just go home. And then somehow I ended up being the MC for bingo, which was really awesome because me and a microphone, like what else do I need? And so, yeah, so we were just having a great time. I could see you being really great with doing bingo too. But Lauren said she got a lot of great like feedback afterwards that they said that they want me to do it again. So in 2 years, I'll be doing bingo at Summit. And if you want to hire me for your bingo, let me know.
And Shelly, the thing about Shelly being in Dallas, yes. You don't know it yet, but you might have to help in classes.
We might, because we already have a stack of volunteers all lined up for Dallas, which is awesome because that means that Eric can have some help and I can have some help because I can teach by myself and Eric can run the booth by himself, but having help is always fun. Yeah. So we're very, very excited. So, all right. I'm going to show you some things in a minute, but Susie has a very intriguing question. I heard AQS is coming to New England in 2026. I realize it's mostly quilting, but would you consider coming? I don't do the AQS shows anymore, not for any particular reason, but sometimes as you're doing things for a long time, and I think we did AQS shows, oh my goodness, at least 6 years, you kind of just, you almost fall into too much of a routine. So you got to kind of branch out a little bit. And right now, because I'm getting a ton of teaching hours with OSQE, I'm giving them my attention because they're giving me what I asked for. I want to teach, and they're giving me lots of teaching hours.
Yeah, people have moved in
positions have changed. People have left, and so I saw that, and I thought, oh my God, AQS is coming to Connecticut. That's only a few hours away, but I think it conflicts with something else I have going on, and I have to make the smart decision for myself, which is to go to the shows where they're giving me what I ask for. And the last time I went to AQS, they didn't have room for me to teach. And so that cost offset makes a huge difference when you're going to a show because booth fees aren't getting any less. And so knowing that you have kits and you have like other things happening, I just really like it. So I'm going to say no. Also don't think I'm going to be around. If I was around, I would love to just pop in and be like, hey, let's check it out. Maybe we could take a road trip. But I'm pretty sure that we have a conflict that same weekend. So unfortunately, no, I won't be at the AQS show. But go and let me know how it is because I'd love to hear. And my mind can always be changed. But for 2026, I kind of already have my schedule done and it won't be including that.
And Shelly's right. AQS is more, oriented toward quilters.
Much
like
more so, where OSQE is original sewing and quilting, and like they have garment classes, bag classes. They're a little bit more diverse in the teachers and the classes that they have. So yes, absolutely good.
So I have to go to a show and put all those quilts back up. I quit.
He's not going. All right. I mean,
we went from
that's fair.
8 to 10 hours putting a booth up
to like 2 or 3. So, yeah. So it's interesting. Yeah. All right. Will you hand me something so I can show them anything? Hand me something. Okay. So we'll start with thread. I got some goodies while I was in Illinois. This is definitely not everything, but I just grabbed some stuff this morning. So most of you probably know my favorite thread is from Wizardry. Let me open this. It's just so noisy. So I got, yes. So I picked up more than this. Lauren actually is shipping my thread back right now because I loaned some out to the domestic room. So I got Strawberry Shortcake, which is like this really cool dark to light variegated. I cannot say it enough. I've said it so many times, but I'll say it again. Wizardry variegated, nothing can hold a candle to it. It is the best variegated because it's not chunky. It's like a very nice, the way the colors blend together. Yes, absolutely.
Like me.
Yes, smooth transition. I was talking to Melissa from Wizardry about it because I was like, I don't know what it is that you do, but the way you put colors together and the variegated is awesome. And she was telling me something that I never thought about, so you guys probably haven't either. Sometimes someone will say, oh, what if you did these colors together? That would be such a pretty variegated. When the colors merge together, like when we go from the light pink to the medium pink, they cause another color. They create another one because they're blending together. So sometimes she's put colors together and the blend in the middle is like brown. And it's not good when you're like a bright color, and in the middle is like this muddy brown color. The fact that she has to put all that thought into what she does, and then she comes out with these great like color variations, I can't speak highly enough about it. It's such a great thread. I think almost every one of her variegated. I think there's maybe one I don't have. I even have Rocket Pop. I bought a patriotic Americana color. I don't sew in this. Why did I buy this one? Because I didn't have it, but also because one of the samples that I had was done in red, white, and blue. So now I have an entire spool. Let's see, how many? 2,960 meters of red, white, and blue, but it's really pretty. So I will find other projects. And then this one is Dusty Rose. I didn't realize until I was making something that I didn't have light pink. I think I also got navy, and I know I got a red because you all know how I feel about red, but somebody in class needed red, so I bought red. And Melissa said, are you sure? Are you sure you want to buy all this thread for them to use in class? And I said, yeah, because I'm going to take it home, but it also makes everybody in class happy. So that's what I do. So I bought thread. I got some stuff obviously from Mormino, because if you're there, how are you not going to shop? I bought some zipper tape and some colors that I don't have. Can you reach the purple one?
This one?
It is. I had no reason for this. I am going to use this in a sample. This purple with rose gold, this is the Midnight Purple. It is so pretty. I just don't have a color like this. And I was like, I'm going to buy this for literally no reason. It's just really pretty. So I got that. What text? I am currently using text 35 because of the machines that were in class, and also both of my machines are good with text 35. Sometimes I get their 45, but all of the little bundles are 35. So I got that. I got the teal to pink to teal gradient. This is a 2.5 by 12. It's just a good size ruler to have. So, and this I've discovered is my favorite. I have the rainbow rulers. I like these are my colors. So you don't care about this, I realize, but I appreciate that you're here. No,
oh, okay.
Don't you dare.
Okay.
No. Hand me the labels, please.
Oh boy.
So Jade and Chris from Heartwood and Hyde were right there, and I haven't seen Jade in forever. I got lots and lots and lots of Jade hugs, but I also bought labels because how can you not? So I got some fun labels. Oh, I also look at my earrings. They are glitter sewing machine earrings that Jade and Chris made. I always say Jade. I know Chris is part of the business too, but you know, Jade's my friend. So I just always, Chris is like Eric, like he is a participant, but sometimes I forget to say that. So these are the first ones
Didn't
that
hurt my feelings
I
at
didn't.
all.
I didn't. So, and you didn't miss them because these were at Summit. So not at Raleigh. I did not buy anything at Raleigh. I wanted to buy a new sewing machine. Lauren and I both did, but we both decided we really didn't need it, so we didn't. These were in Illinois. So I got the punny fruit pack. I got So Very Appealing with a banana. I got 2 of those. Very cute and just peachy. So I had to get those. I also got a pack of Protect Your Peace to split with a friend of mine who says that to me all the time. Whenever I'm having a struggle with human beings being not so kind, she said, make the decision that makes you happy and protect your peace. And so I had to get that for her. This is, well, it's not a nice one, but I'll cover part of it up because sometimes I also feel like that. And then I also got I Say Bad Words. So I got those. And now I say bad words in all different colors.
And she puts them on cork.
They are on cork. and they are UV printed. So we should buy a UV printer.
Yeah.
That's
Another
what we
job
need.
for me to do.
More
Right.
things.
Can I get used to the one I got?
Fine. So I got a bunch of labels. May I have that little guy? So you guys have probably seen my my dragon that shows up in a lot of my videos. It's 3D printed. Well, I got my dragon a friend, and I got a turtle, mostly because look at the look on his face. I feel like that most days. I feel like I look like this turtle. So this is from Ashley from 6 Stitches. Now, if you want anyone's websites, go to the last live video that I did from Summit. Click the description. Everybody's YouTube video and website is in there. But I had to. Because he's just so cute. So he's been hanging out. He goes to shows.
You showing this?
Yes, I am. So that was from Ashley. Now, I met Ashley last year when her son was making these, and now she has fully taken over. Did you also know, if you are a knitter, that she makes knitting bowls, the ones with like the little thing for your yarn? So go check out her website because she has some really cool 3D printed creatures. So let's see.
You want to show this too?
No, because that's old. I didn't bring the new ones and I forgot. I ordered glitter trays from Becky at Hannah Woodworking, and they're in the other room. I also got a pen that that Eric tried to steal, which wasn't very nice. So, actually, I'll show this. Last year when we were there, Nikki Kinder, she does not have a website. She's a teacher and she helps Melissa out. She made these really cool interfacing books during her talk. And she has everything from SF 101 to foam. She's got all of them fused to cotton so you can feel like the different thicknesses and the structure that it gives. Now, you all know that I don't use a lot of interfacing because I'm severely lazy in that department. But what a great tool to have in case I wanted to use interfacing. And last year, I helped her put the books together. This year, she had them all ready to go. And I said, I would love to get one of those because it's just such a really handy, helpful tool. And so Brooke bought this for me and insisted on buying it for me, would not let Nikki give it to me. And so I just thought that was really sweet. Brooke also brought me really cool clips, which are also not here, but when I find them, I will show them to you. They're metal clips that don't leave indents. They're really, really neat. So I got a little interfacing book and I'm very excited about it. And I don't know if Nikki is selling these or not, but if you're interested, we can try and see if it's something that she would put together. I don't know. I don't want to put her on the spot and, you know, make her feel obligated. But these are some of the cool things that you get to pick up when you go to events like that. And I did not get one last year. So last but not least, Liz from, is it Crafty Liz? Liz So Crafting. She is linked in the YouTube video from the last live. She was doing a demo on using the hot set crystals and doing like cool t-shirts and things. And I thought to myself, that's cute, but it's not for me. I'm not going to watch the demo. Well, then she started making it. And this is, I can't take that sheet off, but this is blue and purple. Like, I think it's called Celestial or something. It is so neat. She showed me how to do this. So I got to like see like a condensed, demo. And she sent me home with it because I didn't have a shirt. And now I can put it on a sweatshirt. And I have sparkly scissors.
I feel like I'm in the Price is Right.
You're doing amazing. So I'm just so excited because I was like, this is the reason I say this is because sometimes you go and you think, I'm not going to do that, or that's not for me, or I don't know who that teacher is, or I don't want to take an embroidery class. But you do it and you end up learning super cool things. Like, I didn't know I needed that in my life. And now I'm really excited that I have it. And I got an interfacing book. No, I'm not using a lot of interfacing right now, but I know that someday I'm going to go, hold on. What was that interfacing that would be helpful to answer a question or to use for a project? Now I have a little book. So
grab your needle and man up.
I'm manning up.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited. Brenda and Bree took the interfacing class. You guys also made really cool crystal things. I know there was a whole name for it. I don't remember. But the first day I saw like Lauren and Brittany had like their So Whatever t-shirts on, and then Kathy had the scissors in green on a green t-shirt, and I was like, do I need that? And then as soon as she was doing a demo, I was like, I need that. I need to make one of those. So I was so crafty, Liz. Thank you. But I was totally unprepared. So that's what I did. Anne was not going to spend any money in Raleigh. Anne, how'd that work for you? I saw you a couple times. I feel like it didn't work that well. The classes were amazing. My classes in Raleigh were so great. We had a little flub, we'll call it, with my Christy class because there was an error in the time given. I was given an hour less than I needed. And then a lot of the machines got sold and they moved them out of the room too quickly. And I actually, I sold 7 more tickets at the show by talking to people and telling them about my class, and people signed up. So we started our Christy class about 40 minutes late, but I have to say, what an amazing group of people. They were so kind to me. They were so great. They kind of got like a built-in lecture. We talked about cork. We talked about needles and thread. We talked about all sorts of stuff that we don't always have time to squeeze into a class. It was super interesting for me, but this group of bag makers bag making in general. The community is an amazing community. They were so good to me. Not a single person in that classroom was frustrated or angry. At least they didn't tell me that they were. They were just so kind, and they were like, it's okay. We'll wait till everyone gets machines. We'll do whatever we can do. I gave them the link to my video. Somebody went home and finished. Like, it was the 2 events. It was exhausting. And I missed Eric. I missed the dogs. And I really didn't want to drive home in the pouring rain from Raleigh. But I did. And it was just such a great weekend. We had an amazing time. And yeah, looking forward to the next event. So, you got anything else you need to share?
No, you took it all.
I took it all.
Half hour, so I'm good.
Well, that's just how it goes. So, I'm trying to think here. I think that was pretty much everything. Cork restocks are on order.
Oh.
Let me just finish my thought because
Okay.
I'll forget it.
Yeah.
I talked to my manufacturer this morning because we text each other on a regular basis, and he said they were already printing. Like, he's like, we are already printing, because I added one more thing that I forgot, and he said, you're lucky because we're already printing stuff that goes on white. We have 10 new things coming. Some are recolorings, some are brand new. I'm super excited. 2 of them are yours. Well, 2 of them, I guess 3 if we count 2 different colorways.
Yeah.
There's so much new stuff coming. I just couldn't help myself. I actually had to take stuff off, and it was hard to do that. I was like, okay, here we go. And the last thing I just want to tell you guys that's coming. Oh, I'll wait. Okay, go ahead. Finish your thought.
What are you gonna...
No, go ahead.
What am I thinking?
You said you wanted to tell us something.
No, I was, yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, don't we have EVL cork coming? Newer
We do,
stuff.
yes. And I think it's just 3 EVL corks.
So basically that's 7 or 8.
Like in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a lot for you. So it's been very exciting.
Yeah, so now I have like how many? 28?
No, I think you are close to 30 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got lots of fun stuff coming. Restocks are coming. And the only other thing I wanted to tell you, and this is not on this reorder because it's going to take a little time. This will be like a later summer thing. Well, I don't have a separate one, but I have it on here. I have been using pre-made handles for my classes because making handles is such a simple thing. Probably not for a beginner bag maker, but it's such an easy thing to learn, but such a time-consuming thing in class. We are going to be ordering a few colors to start some basics, but we are getting 1-inch pre-made handles in at least 4 colors. These are awesome because they're totally finished, and on the back, if you look really, really closely, you can see that seam, but they're all adhered together. You can use them with or without top stitching. We've been using them for, I think, all of my Cleveland classes and then all of my Raleigh classes, and it's been a game changer just to have a nice, neat, clean handle that's ready to go that you can use as is or add stitching to it.
Well, you don't have a lot of time in classes.
You don't have, no, I mean, I would love to have like a full day, but even with an entire day, if somebody is slower on the sewing and someone's faster, I'm never gonna get the perfect amount of time for everybody. So to skip making handles and to not take all that time of folding, taping, clipping, top stitching, to just be able to be like, hey, your handles are done. Throw on your hardware, top stitch it if you want. I think it's pretty awesome, and got to use them in class. I'm very excited about it. It's one of those things that I feel like, just like with the regular cork, when I first ordered it, I was like, let's get a few colors. And then it became a thing. I feel like we're going to start with a few colors, and then it's going to be multiple sizes, multiple colors. But we are getting those hopefully towards mid to late summer. So be on the lookout for that. If it's sooner, because they get them ready, that would be awesome. But it's a lot of prep work on their end, but less on ours.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
I don't know, Jess mentioned this before in other videos, but there will be some revamping of older corks, because we the corks that were popular 4 or 5 years ago are getting stagnant. So the thing is that it instead of selling
one piece and sitting on it for months and months.
Yeah, so you order you order 20 meters or something, and it sits for 6 months. That's not a turner, and everything has its time. So the thing is because you look at the same corks over and over and over again. Not only do we sell them, there's other company or other businesses that sell the corks too. We just want to be more on point with trends. We want to be we want to be a front runner in new designs and stuff like that, and stuff that hasn't been that's not out there, because the thing is we want to be on the cutting edge of the cork industry.
Well, and let's face it, and this is something that you guys know, and Eric is learning this because he's this is not his trade. He doesn't he's not a bag maker or a sewist like we are. We always want what's new. We're always excited about the new stuff. Like, we're always like, what's new? What came in? People would come in, I would hear it when I would be at a shop, and they would go, what do you have that's new? And so for us, like, we don't want to just be like, yeah, we've been selling this cork for 7 years. If it's still selling, absolutely. And there's always new customers coming in. But if it's not selling, why not move it out, get rid of it, maybe forever, maybe for a period of time. Who knows? I'm never set on saying like, we'll never, ever get it back, but bringing in some new stuff, because I'm telling you, when you guys see what we have coming in, I know you're going to be excited. I know some of you are going to be like, yes, finally. And some of the things, like Eric we're always texting each other designs and going back and forth. And so I said,
we actually have some corks that go together. Her stuff and my stuff. So it's kind of cool that we're kind of doing a collaboration, and we never even thought about it.
No, I just ordered something that was requested by a customer, a colorway of something. She said, would you get this in this colorway? I think it'll go with one of Eric's corks. And it does, and it looks amazing. The only thing is that was kind of disappointing. When did the cork come in? All the sample yardage we ordered? Oh, the day that my mom and I were driving to Illinois. And so Eric was texting my mom pictures, and I'm like, this is unfair. I need to see what's happening. She go, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. I'm like, this is not helping. I need to see what's happening. So Eric had like all this new stuff, and yeah, we get all of it in. I don't.
Why?
No, because I want them to wait.
Why?
Because I do. Because I'm mean.
She's mean. I'd show you.
I am mean. Do you really?
Yeah.
Not that.
What? What do you look?
Reach behind you. I'll show you something we have coming in soon. I'm very excited. So, you're going for all of it. So, and of course, Lori's not here, the one person that really wants to see this. So we'll have to tell her later. We got Glam on Raisin. Now, everybody said, you love purple. Why didn't you get this originally? Because I didn't know if it was going to be too dark. I didn't know if it was going to not have enough contrast. So I also decided to make my own color. This is not a color that exists. So we have a lavender-ish. So it's very close to the dusty lavender. So we have 2 Glams on purple coming in, which I'm very excited about. And I will let Eric, because it's here, I will let him indulge you and show you
another EVL
one of his new EVLs that I already cut into and started making a bag out of because it's so good. So go ahead and show them.
So obviously everybody knows Jessica's cork, and you have the diamonds.
Yes, the diamonds on blue and the diamonds on white. Yes.
I thought an aqua.
Well, aqua and cream.
So
yes.
I came up with this design, not thinking that,
but it's gonna be so good.
but not thinking that about diamonds. I just came up with an idea. So this one is called Masquerade.
I have to name all of them because
Yeah,
he doesn't remember.
Yeah, I can remember, but I'll show you now.
It's so good. And it's just like, I don't know. There's octopus legs, and then there's ladies and masks, and like this one, where is it? The legs. Where are the legs? I can only see them on the back. Is it that one? Where'd they go? Yeah, there's like
right here.
the little. Yeah,
oh, the
octopus, and then the little tights. I had tights like that for a Halloween costume. So I felt so good about this one that I ordered extra when we ordered the sample yardage, and then I ordered more on the restock. So that one is going to be coming in. I'm very excited.
And being that it's a diamond,
it goes with the diamonds really well. Or this is that black and white and what's your favorite color kind of thing. You want lime green? Do you want red? Do you want pink? It goes with so much, and it's just really fun. So we're really, really excited. I am really excited about that one. Nova loves it. So yeah. And Nova and Cheryl and a bunch of the rest of you who are on my tester list, you will be getting an email probably in the next few days saying, hey, are you up for testing? And the new pattern will be ready to go. My aim is by the end of May, beginning of June, you guys are getting a new pattern along with lots of other things related to the pattern. There's templates, SVGs, different tutorials. It's a whole, this pattern has kind of erupted into so many different things to teach you and to share with you that I'm excited. It's worth the wait. I know some of you have been like, get on the pattern. And I can't be rushed. Right? No. It is Daisy. Yes. I can't be rushed. I can't be rushed. I need to enjoy the process, and I need to take the time and make it as perfect as I can and to make it what I want it to be. And so I love you guys, but sometimes you want me to run through things, and I can't. It's just not how I work.
and by me, over the last couple of days, by me taking over other things here that she doesn't have to do, before she left, she's making a daisy.
Yes.
And the thing is,
I made two, I think, before I left.
And the thing is that she made it out of some of her corks that are coming out, and we did show one, I think, 3 weeks ago.
You made me show the top of one.
And the thing is that when she came back and had a couple days to do stuff, she actually grabbed the Masquerade. And I'm not going to spoil it, but what she did and a technique and a thing that she's been wanting to do for so long, it is amazing. I want to see it. I mean, I know I want to show you, but I can't because she'll kill me. And the thing is that this is not where, this is like top secret stuff that what she's doing. But I'm saying it is so beautiful that it's gonna knock your socks off.
I'll tell you this, and then
that's just by changing course. That's not even
just by playing with a little something extra that you could incorporate into all sorts of things.
I can't wait till you show it.
I've always said this about Eric. I've said this since the date, probably since our tasting for our wedding. Eric doesn't get excited about things. Eric is always kind of like an even, that's fine. I get a lot of, it's okay, it's fine, which in Eric terms means I'm happy with it. He doesn't get super over the top excited about a lot of stuff. And I remember the first time was the steak that he tried for our wedding tasting. And he was like, this is amazing. And I was like, I didn't know you had a range of emotions. When I show him a bag that I've made, he's like, oh, that's pretty. That's nice. And I know that it means he likes it, but it's a bag. He's not going to carry it. He's not usually like, whoa. Yesterday, I think his exact words were, wow, that's pretty effing cool. And for Eric, that's like a huge compliment. And I was like, and he goes, yeah, that looks really, really cool. And I was like, and then I'm going to do this. And he was like, that's awesome. So I know that if he likes it that much, that you guys are going to like it. And it's probably, they're going to love it. It's probably, it's so, the detail is such a small thing, but sometimes those little details are like Like they make it wow. And I said to myself when I was working last night,
It's the cherry
I
on
said
top of the on top.
it's that, but it's also I don't want to create a bag. I want to make a masterpiece. Like that was the mindset I was in, is that I want this to be a work of art. I want this to be something that I'm like, I still can't believe I made that. That was the feeling that I wanted. So that's kind of where I'm at. When does Masquerade come out? As soon as it gets here, Anne.
Yeah.
We're hoping,
Couple
because
weeks.
literally they're printing right now. I'm hoping if they're on their normal schedule that within 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to say it will be here. A lot of this depends on them getting that done and getting it out to me, and FedEx doing their job.
Did you get
FedEx,
Did you get to try ones done? Diamonds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to wrap this up. I've been holding on to this Post-it note with a whole bunch of new members and Patreon members that I have not gotten a chance to thank. So I'm going to do it real quick and then we're going to go. I try not to do this like every week. I try to do it as a group, but now I have a big group to thank. So welcome to Patreon and to our YouTube members, Carol, Kat, Sheila, Sam, Kathy, Kimberly, Kelly, Wendy, Tess, Kathy, Pamela, Nancy, Crafty Mugger, Deanna, Wanda, Lynn, Eileen, Cynthia, and Suzanne.
Wow.
I think that was everybody. You guys still overwhelm me when you join and you want to support me in that way. So thank you to all of you. And thank you to all of you for being here. And we, as of this morning, we're less than 200 away from hitting 35,000 on YouTube. We are slowly working towards one of my year-end goals. Will we get there? I don't know. Will we hit 40,000 by the end of the year? I don't know, but I'm working my butt off to get that to happen. And I am not leaving until the end of July, the end of July.
Yeah.
Is that when we go to Dallas? I am here through the end of July. So I plan on doing what I do best and making content, writing patterns, doing cool things. And Eric is doing all the important but time-consuming work for me. So, thank you. That's it. 12:11, not so bad.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Good job.
Okay. Have a great weekend. And I think we're gonna go.
Me or them?
You have a great weekend.
I gotta work.
You gotta go.
I got stuff to do.
You gotta go ship Cork Club.
Yeah.
And I gotta work on a pattern. So.
Do I get overtime?
We'll talk about it.
Oh, boy.
We'll discuss it. Bye.
Bye.